Hey, Suzanne Caldeira with Guaranteed Rate, mortgage originator. But for my new segment that I'm hosting, it's called Fridays 5, where I find local people, people that I know, people that I want to know, and people that have inspired me, and ask them a series of 5 questions. So there's going to be some 5 key questions that I'll be asking our guests. All of this content that I'm putting out, it's my content. So some of my views and some of my guest views may be different from Guaranteed Rate, but I've been blessed to work and do mortgages. But now here's something fun, and being able to get to know some of the local people. So today with me is Ramey, somebody who has truly inspired me with her depth and her creativity. And for my first question to you, Amber, I want to know what inspires you.
I'm inspired by other people, but I guess just the world around me, and finding the balance in just life in general. I love that. It's really the root of who I have become now. There's all these pieces of the pie of life, and they have like relationships, career, diet, exercise, spirituality, just connection to earth, that kind of thing. And that's really what inspires me the most, because I truly love finding the balance in that. And that's what I've based my career and now pretty much like who I am on.
Like what's that finding the balance mean to you? Because for some of the crazy entrepreneurs, they don't get balance. And
no, they don't.
Just get, you're right. And they just go. But why is that, especially someone young, like why is that so important to you? Like, what's that mean to you?
It's so important to me to find time in nature. I found that out as a person, just personally. That's just what I need. Making time for that can be hard, but I now every single day make sure that I have it. And then I guess I just kind of like built off of that. I'm an empath. I don't know if you're familiar with that term, but those kind of people need balance more than others. So they're often called like overly sensitive people too. If I don't spend time in nature, I feel drained, or I feel, sometimes I'll even feel like unwell, to a point like when you're affected so much mentally, sometimes that can become interpreted in your body physically. So empaths just need more, and I've just made it's become a commitment and then therefore a passion for me to find that balance, making sure I have my daily dog walk, which is usually the big one, because that's, in the morning when it's quiet, I'm in the trees. That's probably the most important thing to me, and it's the foundation of my day. And if I don't have that, I feel so weird for the rest of the day. But it's something as simple as that. And I've created this career of Composure sports massage that can help other people find balance. So, and just in themselves, in their own body. It doesn't have to be mentally or physically. The fact that I can make a career that helps people find that balance, and then also create a schedule that fits everything else in my day. It's just so important to me, and it makes my life whole, my little pie whole.
I like that though. It explains too that that you're filling your cup. I'm going to go to my second question, and my second question is, was there a mentor, or have you had mentors in your life that helped you to see that this was maybe the journey that you should be on?
To be honest, I guess I'd have to say a therapist that I saw, which, I mean, I know that's more of a professional than a mentor, but I was in a career that was very toxic. It was a very toxic atmosphere. It was very competitive, wasn't making a lot of money anyway. And I was with these other people who were like bragging about how little sleep they got, how poor their diet was, how awful they felt all the time. And it was this really bizarre little competition of like, oh, I feel worse than you. And to me, I did not fit in with that. It took me years to figure that out, that I need to not be around this kind of environment. In seeing a therapist, we were just kind of brainstorming, and then a bunch of ideas popped up. Through a roller coaster of a ride, I found massage.
To me, it almost sounds like you had like an anti-mentor of what you didn't want to be, or seeing those habits that were put out there and kind of letting you know the life that you didn't want to lead, right? Or am I reading that wrong?
Yeah, and I've always been two different things. I've always marched to the beat of my own drum, for sure. I've kind of, if I didn't like something, I change it. The other thing is that I'm an external processor. So when I need to make changes, or I need to even make my own opinion, I actually will often ask and create conversations with lots of other people who I respect and trust. And then I kind of create my own idea and view and perspective on things. I kind of inspire myself, and I'm my own mentor in a way. I do what feels right in my gut for me.
So that leads to my third question is, what's been a defining moment for you? A lot of people have defining moments and things that have shaped them. Do you?
Dreams help me a lot. So the dream that actually changed my life in like a full 180 was, I dreamed that I was pregnant. And the doctor, it was very vivid. The doctor was like listening to my belly and hearing a heartbeat. It was that vivid. And I woke up in kind of a fluster. I was definitely like, whoa, that was huge. That was a big deal. It must mean something, especially since I had a doctor's appointment scheduled that next day. So it was. I mean, I guess you could consider that like almost like an anxiety dream, like, oh, it's going to happen at this doctor's appointment. We happened to be on vacation at the time, and we had a friend who was a oracle card reader with us. And I went downstairs and asked her what this dream meant, and she said, oh no, it doesn't mean you're like pregnant or anything like that. It means that your body and your mind are ready for a change. And that weekend, after we got back from vacation, I went online looking for a new career, and I found massage. And I applied and got in that week, and they were starting the next week. It was kind of like this ridiculous domino effect of, this is meant to be, this is meant to be, this is meant to be. That was probably the biggest moment I've had in a couple of years.
Do you believe in the universe? Do you believe that that you had something, or there was some higher thing that brought you to that?
I am a firm believer in fate, that everything happens for a reason, even if it just doesn't make sense. Firm believer.
Do you have any favorite things that you like to read? Are you more of a reader, or are you more into podcasts, or have people that you follow in your industry?
The big one in my industry is the Massage Business Blueprint, which is by Alyssa Haynes and Michael Reynolds. So Alyssa is a graduate of the Bancroft School of Massage Therapy, where I graduated from. So she's located in Boston. Michael, I believe, is in Indiana. I know he's in the Midwest, but they've collaborated and created an excellent resource on everything about running a massage therapy business. For podcasts, just for fun, my favorite is Ask Eliza Anything, and it's a comedian, Eliza Schlesinger, and she is my age. She's in elder millennial stage. She's really into protecting the environment and just reducing your carbon footprint, which is great. I feel like comedians will often just use humor and that's it. They don't really have like a cause that they're passionate about, but she incorporates it into like every single thing that she does, which I appreciate. And that, therefore, with all of her followers, she's making a huge change.
That's awesome. I think comedy has so many benefits. It's got a healing component, and some laughter does a lot for the soul. All right, last and final question. More of a tell us and the viewers, or me and the viewers, a little bit more about your business and types of ideal clients or things that you enjoy about the business.
I wanted to start my own business rather than work for someone else straight out of school, mainly for the scheduling purposes. because I'm a motivated person to acquire clients and keep them and make a difference, while being able to keep that balance in life, making time for my family and my diet and exercise and everything else. So that was my ideal goal out of my business, which I've kept true since day one, since I started school. And the fortunate thing is the school prepares you for both, to work for someone or to manage your own business. I work a lot on folks who are competing in something or another. Like, I have clients who run races or bike races, and then also kind of like weekend warriors. I work on those folks a lot. People who really like know their bodies and kind of like to push their bodies to the limit. I also work on corporate athletes, folks who kind of go for like 2 weeks straight and then like need a reset. And I have a lot of chiropractic clients as well who like to pair chiropractic procedures and massage, because those complement each other so well. When I'm able to return to, I was volunteering for with the nursing home doing hospice massage, because that's really important to me too. I'm not allowed in right now, but when I can't wait to go back, because I know the clients and the company appreciates it.
Takes a special person to do that. I remember when my stepdad, we had that conversation with the hospital. He was at Rhode Island Hospital, and it was, hey, this is it. Can't keep him anymore. He was there for about 30 days, and they were going to have him go into hospice. And then I think the crafty old dude, although he wasn't really that old, he was 56 when he passed, he ended up dying that night. But I had a conversation with a friend of mine's aunt, a hospice nurse. And I was like, wow, I don't know emotionally if I could do it. And you being an empath, like how can you separate that, hey, I'm alleviating this pain that I might not see you tomorrow. Like how do you even I can't even get my head around that.
To be honest, I'm still working on it. I can only do 1 hour a week. Because it takes such a huge toll on me. Like I'm pretty drained either that night or the next day, but it's so important to me because Americans don't know how to grieve over losses. They don't know how to say goodbye. Like they don't process end of death well with their loved ones. It just seems like the end of life is just so important, so much even more important as the beginning of life in a way. I think we need to pay more attention to that. And it's probably stems from, this might be weird to say, but doing euthanasias as a vet tech, I got really comfortable with that. I worked with a veterinary clinic as a mobile business. So we would actually go into people's homes and provide euthanasias for their clients. And I also practice animal massage, so I was able to provide comfort to the animal right at the very end. And I think it just translated perfectly, like seamlessly over to humans, especially since you can often talk to the humans and get a response. With animals, you really have to base everything off of body language and be really, really intuitive with that. You can just feel the energy in the room. Like you can feel that they appreciate you being there.
You said something interesting about Americans and not knowing how to grieve. Like, what do you mean? Like, do you follow like any, I don't know, religious practitioners or people or societies that have different practices that are different than what we have here in the States?
I've read a little bit about other cultures that do. Like I know in Mexico that they have their Day of the Dead where they honor their dead every single year with all of these beautiful, incredible banquets and flower arrangements. And they do that year after year, and it's so special to every single family. It's so unique to every single family. And they get to really think about and remember the person that they've lost. We're kind of like tender about the subject of death, and the act of departing. I feel like Americans are, I feel like we could be more open about it and talk more about it and celebrate it more.
Well, Amber, thank you so much for being on this Fridays 5 and allowing me to ask you these 5 questions, and it was great to get to know you a little better and learn about these things. And I'll make certain that we have your contact info up on the video. That way, if anyone wants to reach out, whether it be on a massage end or just to connect with you, you're a really neat person. And I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure. This was fun.